Good afternoon, it's Brian at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. I'm going to show you this 2015 Hyundai i40 SE Tourer. This car is a really nice colour. It's what's called titanium silver, which is more like a grey. Brian's my name. If there's any information you like on this particular car, please do give me a call, 086 843 1945, or if you come to the garage in Kildare town, just ask for Brian. The garage is actually located here in Kildare town. So it's actually a almost 70-year-old garage. It's a family operated business. There's a Honda garage here, there is a Hyundai garage here, and then the grey building further up is a Mercedes garage, and there's also garages in Carlow, Tullamore, as well as Naas as well. So basically, if you spend money on a car like this, in a garage like this, you can be really assured that your money is well spent and that you will have an after sale service, and also the quality of the product supplied to you will be really good. So back to the car. As we were saying, this is a titanium silver i40 Tourer. I actually think this is one of the best colours in this car. For some reason, I don't know why, I just think it really complements the shape very well. So looking at the back of the car, this car is a 2015 car. In terms of the history of the car, it is a one owner car. We have brought the car from the north of Ireland. The reason being actually that this spec is unique to England and the north of Ireland. We don't get it here, but we have trusted suppliers that we've been using for the last over 10 years. So the cars always have traceable histories, and we present the car to the customer with VRT paid and obviously warranty on the car as well. Really nice thing on these ones in 2015, this is actually a facelift model, so the taillights are nicer than the previous generation. So you get a nice LED, which if you go up to it, closer to the light, there's an LED in through here, and then all the way they wrap around, same ID in through here. So it actually looks really cool at night time. Parking sensors are going to be standard on the back of that car. The condition on that boot lid, I would say, is excellent. The rear bumper is excellent. Down the passenger side of the car, including the quarter panel, door at the front, and the front left wing, all look very good. The wheel on the rear looks very good. We do have to run it through our workshop, so we'll have a look to see what it's like for tyres and brakes and all that kind of stuff as well. In terms of the bumper at the front, the condition is nice. Around onto the grille, and down the driver's side of the car, wing, door and quarter panel all look nice and original condition wise. As I was saying, this is a facelift version. So in 2015 you got a nicer set of LED front fog lights, as opposed to, say, the halogen ones that would be on the likes of this Q5 over here. If you see, they're normal round sort of fog light setup. These are LEDs all the way down through here, so 5 diodes either side. It looks really sharp, and it also complements up here the big long daytime running light, which is also serving as a parking light in this function. Dipped headlights and full lights in through there, so once you have everything lit up, you get a really nice lighting in front of you. These cars are 1.7 diesel. This car, to be confirmed, is 141 horsepower. So there's a 115 and there's also a 141 horsepower. So this one, as we were saying, is 141 horsepower. So same road tax rates, which is 200 quid for the year. On these cars, same road tax rates regardless of which power outage you select. And to be fair, my experience of these is fuel efficiency wise, it's pretty much identical. So it is. So normal people on these cars sit around 55 to 60 miles per gallon, which is somewhere in the region of about 5 to 5.5 litres per 100 kilometres. So that is very realistic, and that's based on experience. Rear of the car has privacy glass all the way around, so which is useful obviously for young kids to keep the sun out of their eyes, but obviously for hiding valuables that you have in the car. Because of the Tourer, there's nice silver roof rails up high along here, and then the chrome, which wraps all the way around the window, is standard on these cars. The boot is massive. The reason you I was going to say the reason you buy a Tourer is for space, but we actually found people were buying these Tourers because they actually liked the shape of the car, so it wasn't just about the practical space. So if you have a look along through here, there's a really big boot, and then in through here, storage, in through here, storage, down underneath, spare wheel, more storage which is sectioned off in through here, and then we bring this cover back through there, more storage further up here. So lots of little nooks and crannies. Down on the right hand side, more storage. So in terms of nooks and crannies, It's really, really good that way, but in terms of length and access, and the cool thing about this is it's flat, so when you load stuff over, there's no hump to get over. The back tray, oh sorry, by the way, if you want, the back seats fold using these here. So it's really, really easy to use. And then you end up with a storage area that's probably comparable to that of a light commercial vehicle. This over here pulls back and then secures in place to hide or protect, I suppose, anything that you have in the back from being on display to people you don't want to be looking in the back of your car. Door handles have a nice chrome trim along there. Condition is excellent in the boot. I forgot to say condition is excellent in this rear door card. There's a child lock over here, and there's also a one-touch electric window down through here. I'm just going to let this seat back up. One very, very useful thing on the i40s is that they can actually take 3 child seats across the back. So if I take this armrest back up, this is one of the few cars, and actually we sell obviously Hyundai Tucson as well, and these cars normally people look at i40 and they look at Tucson as well when they're deciding. This car does consistently take 3 child seats across the back. It's wider than the Tucson along there, so it does have extra storage, extra space even peripherally along here that the Tucson does not have. So 1, 2, 3 child seats across the back, no problem. If you only have 2 child seats, you do have ISOFIX points on both sides there as well, and then obviously you can use this armrest in the centre. Everyone has 3-point safety belts, everyone has 3 head restraints as well. Condition on the roof is excellent. Condition on this rear door card is excellent. Again, child locks and rear electric windows, which can be child locked from the front. Carpet is good. Rear of the seats is good. And then down here we've got a 12-volt power outlet for various electrical gadgets that maybe kids and adults might use. And down through here, vents in the rear for the rear occupants. Which brings us to the front of the car. Over here we have a driver's door card that's in excellent condition. We have child locks for the rear windows, one-touch automatic all the way around for electric windows, mirror controls, and then folding electric mirrors off the button here as well. This driver's seat is adjustable by electronic adjustment, so up, down, left, right, front of the seat, back of the seat, so very, very adjustable, more so than the manual. The manual version, this does not adjust in as many ways. And then lumbar support here for lower back. That steering wheel is also rake reach, so pulls out, goes in, goes up, goes down, as you'd expect as well. So it is pretty damn hard not to get comfortable in one of these cars. Right hand side of the driver, you have front and rear fog lights, you have automatic headlights which come on through here. Brightness of the dash, we also have stop-start function, so when you pull up to your traffic light it will reduce engine idle where it gets a chance to increase fuel efficiency. Storage in the centre with an armrest. Down through here, oh yeah, I'll show you this actually. This is your brake hold. So there's a hill right in front of us. So if you go for first gear, we can manually release the handbrake by pressing down, or if I have my safety belt on, I can just drive forward and it'll automatically release. Some people always worry about these. So if I drive up here, we're now on an incline. I am going to put my foot on the brake. I'll let my foot off the brake. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we see now the car starting to roll backwards. So basically that's allowed us 3 seconds to get our foot from the brake to the accelerator. But if that's not enough time for you, which I think it should be, you have an auto hold function. So what you can do is you can drive forward. If you see down here, it's white. I hit the brakes. It's green. We're stopped. I'm going to take my foot off the brake here. And the car now will not roll until I decide to go for first gear again, give it a bit of throttle and move forward. So that's how the handbrake works. It's absolutely simple. While we're here, we're going to go for 6 forward gears, we're going to go for reverse. Reverse operates a camera up through here with dynamic guides, as you can see, where the lines are actually moving to tell us what trajectory we're taking, which means we know where we're going to end up. After that, in through the front. Oh, by the way, actually, if you do use the parking function, you also have sensors on the front, which are factory sensors in through here to tell us that we got a problem up front because we've driven too close to the wall. Or if we go backwards, I'm pretty sure, and actually I forgot to check, but I think, no, we already discussed this on the outside. If I go back towards this E-Class, it's also telling us that we got a problem here on the rear and rear left as well. So all very, very useful stuff overall. So anyway, let's get back into the shade here because it is so sunny. It's actually quite difficult to do videos in this sun. You'd imagine it'd be better, but it's not. Okay, so there's a winter pack on this car. Winter pack basically means that If I move around here, I have this function here which heats my steering wheel. Very useful because during the winter when you go to put your hand on the steering wheel, obviously it's nicer. And the other thing as well is it's got heated seats with different levels of heat. And remember, when you're in a diesel car, it takes a little bit longer to warm up. So these kind of functions for steering wheel and seating, you will learn to appreciate these on a cold morning. Auxiliary and USB connector into here, 12 volt outlet. Drive mode will give us a sport mode, which is heavier feedback on the steering wheel if we want that, if we want a more sportier drive. Front demister, rear demister, where do we want the air to blow? Dual, which means we can have different temperatures on passenger side or driver side. Speed up or slow down the fan in through here. After that then climate brings up this menu here so we know what's happening and where it's happening. And then after that, as we move up through here, central locking in through here. Radio functions, on or off. And then after that we can go to radio, which has a touchscreen setup, so we can go into, you know, traffic announcements, preset, scan, and then we can drag this over here for whatever station we want to go to. Media, after that, if we have something plugged into this, put into the CD player or plugged into the USB, media is going to operate up through there. Nav means we're going to go into our navigation function, which is address, and all very, very straightforward in fairness, or you can use coordinates. And then map is going to show us, I didn't want to do that. It's going to show us our map, so it's given us along here the current speed zone we're in, it's miles per hour, but that can be switched to kilometers. Direction of travel, obviously, and then into the map over here as well, or if we go back up to home. So it's all touchscreen, very easy to use. So we have radio split with nav, or we can just go into full nav and it's telling us where we're going to go next, or we don't have to have that if you don't want. Loads of ways to use that, and I think after that then we're going to all these menus here, and yeah, touch and swipe. So very, very easy to use, all very cool, I think, in fairness. So after that then, electrochromatic rear mirror, so if someone drives up behind you it'll darken itself. Usual lights up through here. Condition of the gear knob and condition of the steering wheel are all very good because they are areas of wear on a normal car. Cruise control over through here, volume controls in through here, and then trip computer in here for average speed, fuel consumption, and all that kind of information there. So that is a 2015 Hyundai i40 SE 141 SE navigation model. The reason, as we were saying, we bring these cars over is because this model was not available in Ireland in 2015. Actually, only 2017 did it start to get that much more advanced sat-nav and touchscreen setup. So it's really, really nice to have this on a car with this price point. The other thing as well is we did not sell enough of these cars brand new to now satisfy the, I suppose, increased second-hand car demand in the country that's kind of happened over the last 6 to 12 months. So that is a really, really nice car. Hopefully this is something that you're interested in. If you're familiar with i40s and you've looked at a few of them, what I'd say to you then is this particular one, it's got a nice specification, which you've seen already, and also it's in very, very nice condition throughout, and I actually really like the colour. I think it's lovely. If you're not familiar with the i40 and you're just looking at estate cars in general, then what I'd say to you is look at the price point of this car. This car is about 31 to 32,000 euros brand new. I just can't remember the exact figure. So if you look at the price point, it is significantly cheaper after 2 years. There's a warranty on this car until 2020. There is a easy to run setup for servicing. So the servicing on this car is going to be 280 euros every 2 years or 30,000 kilometers. That's not bad. Road tax, we said 200 quid. Fuel efficiency is very, very high. And they've been extremely reliable. Things like engines, you know, gearboxes, turbos, intercoolers, all that stuff, all very, very good. They're nicely equipped. There's a load of space in the back. And actually the tours are quite a popular trade, and so they are as well. So we always have people looking for tours. If you want to know, no matter where you are in the country and you're kind of wondering how much is my car worth, is it worth my while travelling up, no problem, give me a ring, 086 843 1945. I'll be quite happy to give you an estimate as to what your car could be worth. And then after that we also do financing, because most people finance cars these days. So we deal with 8 major finance lenders, so we get very, very good rates because of that, because we look around, we shop around. So again, I can give you that kind of information over the phone, 086 843 1945. And if you manage to get to the end of the video, fair play to you. If you do come to the garage, ask for Brian, and I'd be really, really happy to look after you. Thank you for taking time to watch, and I hope this i40 is of interest to you.